Hello fellow traders, I'm Norman Hallett and welcome to your next edition of 4-Minute Drill for Traders. I'd like to talk today about the psychological differences between taking on a small risk position as opposed to a large risk position. It is paramount to the consistency of your trading success to always take on risk no greater than your ability to handle that risk emotionally. Because everyone has a different mental emotional risk tolerance, I'm going to say it again. It is paramount to the consistency of your trading success that you take on risk no greater than your ability to handle that risk emotionally. Let's discuss the two extremes of risk tolerance. If you take on a large trading position reflecting a risk larger than you're comfortable in taking, you'll have a tendency to mismanage the trade. You can easily, because of the fear of losing a large amount, be pulled off your trading plan, usually in the name of safety, which is kind of ironic. You'll do things like bring the stop up too close to the position, causing you to be knocked out of the trade prematurely. What could be worse, a large position tends to drag your ego into the trade, causing you to lift your stop and get rid of it because you don't want to lose, resulting in a much greater than originally designed loss for the trade. Now let's take a look at the opposite extreme, a very small position. I do have to say up front that a very small position is usually a good thing, especially if it's to the extent that you can establish the minimum risk threshold. You can ratchet your risk up from there in a comfortable and orderly way. When you take on a minimum risk, one that threatens the equity in your account in a very minimal way, you find yourself in total emotional control. Your feelings and emotions are not raised to a level that interferes with your sticking directly to your trading plan. The problem is, for some, too small risk means too small potential gain. And hey, what's the point of trading if you're not giving yourself a chance for a decent gain? What I want to point out here is that if you start with a minimal risk trading, it's easy to get comfortable and note in your journal that you are in complete control of your trading and you follow the trading plan to a T. Then, when the time is right, step up your risk one increment. When you do that, new emotions will come up, and it's your job as a disciplined trader to handle this new emotional level. And this can be done usually with ease because you're just stepping up one step in your emotional exposure. It's your job to then trade consistently and without fear or hesitation at this new risk level. Once you experience a good consistency of execution for a month or a quarter or whatever at this new level, then just take one more step in risk and work on handling your emotions at that new level. Each time you raise the level of risk, new emotions will come up, you're going to handle them, move that risk level up again, and so on until you've reached full capacity of your account, the full capacity that you can trade risk-wise, whatever that is for you. I like to see my students trade one level below that total capacity, that maximum capacity. This way, you're handling your emotion very easily and consistently. So go ahead and trade large positions if you wish, but make sure that you can handle them emotionally, or you'll be doing much more harm than good. Okay, that's it for this edition of 4-Minute Drill for Traders. See you next week for another episode, and until then, stay disciplined.